One Halloween, my friends and I opted for something out of the ordinary by visiting a haunted house set up within an old, abandoned carnival. The place exuded a dark, unsettling vibe, promising a night of unforgettable thrills and chills. The haunted carnival was a testament to a bygone era, with eerie sideshows and defunct rides that now existed only in haunting memories. The actors within the carnival displayed a remarkable commitment to their roles, and they had no trouble scaring the wits out of us. Yet it was the funhouse that took our Halloween adventure to an entirely new level. Inside the funhouse, the mirrors distorted our reflections, making us look grotesque and disfigured. The very floor seemed to shift beneath our feet, creating an intense sense of disorientation. An actor emerged and led us deeper into the labyrinth, where the walls appeared to close in on us. Panic set in as we struggled to find our way out, uncertain whether this was part of the act or a real predicament. As we continued to explore the haunted carnival, more eerie scenes awaited us. In one room, it was as if we had stepped into a sideshow from a nightmare, complete with fortune tellers and bizarre creatures. In another, we found ourselves on a ghost train ride with relentless surprises. When we finally reached the exit, we were grateful to be out of that eerie place. Nevertheless, the memory of the room with the closing walls continued to haunt us, leaving us to ponder the chilling boundary between scripted scares and the potential for something genuinely sinister. One Halloween, my friends and I embarked on a visit to a haunted house attraction with a unique twist. This particular attraction was set within a grand old manor, rumored to be inhabited by restless spirits. The experience turned out to be eerier than we had ever imagined. Stepping through the manor's ornate doors, we were enveloped by an atmosphere heavy with history and the lingering presence of otherworldly entities. The actors within the manor played their roles with an unsettling authenticity, floating through rooms, whispering ghostly tales and causing a shiver to run down our spines. Our journey led us to a room with an ongoing séance. An actor invited us to participate, and curiosity getting the better of us, we accepted the invitation. Placing our hands on the table, we felt the room grow colder. An eerie phenomena began to occur. Objects moved of their own accord, and candles flickered wildly. It felt as though we had stepped into a genuine ghost story. We couldn't be certain whether it was all part of the act, or if there was something truly supernatural unfolding before our eyes. As we continued to explore the manor, we encountered more ghostly scenes. In one room, it resembled a haunted ballroom with ethereal music and ghostly dancers. In another, it was a haunted library with books flying off the shelves. Exiting the manor brought a sense of relief, yet the memory of the séance continued to send shivers down our spines. We couldn't help but ponder the blurred boundaries between entertainment and the inexplicable. It was a Halloween night filled with enigmatic mysteries that lingered in our thoughts long after. On another Halloween night, we decided to challenge our nerves by visiting a haunted house attraction that was fashioned to resemble an old abandoned asylum. The tales surrounding this attraction promised genuine chills, and our curiosity got the best of us. Stepping through the asylum's imposing doors, we were immediately greeted by the oppressive atmosphere of a dilapidated mental institution. Actors scattered throughout the asylum portrayed both patients and doctors with chilling authenticity. The experience felt eerily real, and our initial bravado was quickly replaced by a sense of unease. It was in a specific room within the asylum that we experienced something that transcended the typical scares of haunted house attractions. The room was filled with an ominous presence, and its walls were adorned with aged, faded patient records. It felt like we had been transported back in time to an era of true horrors. The actors within this room took their roles to another level, making it almost impossible to distinguish the fabricated scares from the actual history of the asylum. The line between reality and fiction became increasingly blurred as we navigated through the haunted asylum. As we moved through the asylum, more spine-tingling scenes unfolded. One room resembled a padded cell, where an actor, trapped in a straitjacket, desperately tried to escape. In another, we found ourselves in a sinister doctor's office, complete with eerie surgical tools and spine-tingling sounds. Exiting the asylum offered a welcome relief, but the memory of the room with the haunting patient records continued to disturb us. The experience left us pondering the fine line between a mere haunted house attraction and the disconcerting history of the actual asylum. Another Halloween, my friends and I decided to visit a different haunted house attraction, one with a reputation for a unique and unsettling experience. The night unfolded in a way that none of us could have anticipated. As we stepped inside, we were immediately struck by the eerie ambiance of the old mansion. Dimly lit hallways led us through rooms adorned with creepy decorations. We ventured deeper into the mansion, feeling the tension rise with every step. It wasn't until we reached the heart of the mansion that things took a decidedly eerie turn. In a dimly lit room, a long, antique table was set with an old Ouija board. An actor within the room invited us to participate in a séance, and we hesitated, unsure whether it was all part of the act or if something truly supernatural awaited us. Gathering around the table and placing our hands on the planchette, we couldn't help but feel a strange chill in the air. The planchette began to move of its own accord, spelling out cryptic messages and gradually unveiling the unsettling history of the mansion. The room itself seemed to become charged with an otherworldly energy, and we couldn't help but question the authenticity of the experience. Exiting the room left us with a sense of bewilderment. The séance had shaken our preconceived notions about what a haunted house attraction could deliver. We found ourselves questioning the blurred line between staged entertainment and the potential for genuine supernatural encounters. It was a Halloween night filled with enigmatic mysteries that continued to occupy our thoughts long after. One Halloween, my friends and I decided to check out a local haunted house attraction known for its creepy scares and spooky ambiance. We were all hyped for the thrill, but we didn't expect things to get so weird. At the entrance, it was already kinda eerie. The haunted house looked like an old rundown place with squeaky doors and flickering lights. We paid for the tickets and walked in, trying to stay brave. Inside, it was dark and full of twisty hallways and spooky scenes. Actors dressed as monsters jumped out at us, screaming their heads off. But as we went further in, something odd happened. We got to this room where it felt like the walls were closing in. We thought it was part of the show, but it was pretty freaky. We panicked and had to squeeze through a small space to get out. It was a real scare, not what we expected. As we moved through the haunted house, there were more scares. In one room, it looked like a kitchen where an actor with a fake chainsaw chased us. In another, it was like a mad scientist's lab with bubbling potions and eerie sounds. Finally, we reached the exit and stepped back into the crisp night air. It felt good to be out of there, but the weirdness of that room with the closing walls stuck with us. We still debate whether it was part of the act or just a creepy accident.